have a roll call to establish presence of a quorum. Ward 1.
Here.
Ward 2.
Here.
Ward 3.
Here.
Ward 4.
Here.
Mayor here. We are unanimous. We do have a quorum. First item on the agenda is citizens to be heard. I have one sheet that goes with one of the items on the agenda. You're welcome to speak now, or you can wait till that item comes up and address it at that time. You want to do that? Okay. Very good. We'll do that. Next thing on the agenda is a proclamation congratulating Kay Adams for her work with Wings Rescue Center. There she is. Robbie was in the way. I couldn't see.
All right, you guys stand up. Volunteers, come on. It wouldn't be Wings Rescue without, that's just a few
That
of
is
the
perfectly all
volunteers.
right. You can bring all of them
There you
up here
go.
with you
Come
if
on.
you want to. Bring
Get
them
up
all.
here.
They'll all be in the picture that way.
Yeah. There you go.
I had noticed that the county did this the other day. We didn't have a meeting at the time, but they were all going on, so I'm glad that we got it done now. We'll all turn around and face Lee in just a second. I want to read the proclamation. Whereas 10 years ago, Kay Adams founded the Wings Rescue Center, beginning with the rescue of sick, injured, and orphaned birds from the back of her car. Whereas through dedication, compassion, community support, she transformed that humble beginning into a multi-building wildlife rescue, rehabilitation, and education center serving the coastal bend. Whereas the Wings Rescue Center has rescued and rehabilitated thousands of birds, educated the public on wildlife conservation, and inspired others through its commitment to protecting native wildlife. And whereas Kay Adams' vision and tireless service have made a lasting impression on the City of Rockport and the surrounding communities by promoting compassion, conservation, and environmental stewardship. Now, therefore, I, Tim J. Rowe, Mayor of the City of Rockport, Texas, do hereby recognize and congratulate Kay Adams on the 10th anniversary of the Wings Rescue Center and encourage all residents to join in celebrating this remarkable milestone and to recognize the positive impact she and the Wings Rescue Center have made on our community over the past decade. Witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Rockport, Texas, to be affixed this 28th day of July, 2026. Thank you so much for what you do.
Going to get together and I'll get a picture of the whole group.
Get in here, Linda.
There we
Without
go.
these guys, there is no winner.
All right, that is yours.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
One more real quick, Kay.
Thank you. All right, the next item on the agenda is consent agenda. The following items may be acted upon in a single motion. No separate discussion or action of any of these items will be held unless pulled at the request of a member of the city council. Does anyone wish to pull any of those? No. If not, do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further question? And we'll call for a vote. Ward 1,
Aye.
Ward 2,
Aye.
Ward 3,
Aye.
Ward 4. Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. Next item on the agenda, ordinances, resolutions, and public hearings. Number 5, consider approval on the first of 2 readings in ordinance 2018, amending the City of Rockport Code of Ordinances, Chapter 102, Utilities, Article 1, in general, Sections 102-9, request turn on or turn off service charge, or change rather. Meter lock to add a service charge of $85 shall apply for any trip made after regular hours, providing for the validity of said ordinance repealing all prior ordinances in conflict herewith and providing for an effective date. Mr. Sorrell.
This is not a new charge. This is existing. All this is doing is adding this clarification to this section of the utilities code. So which is any after-hours person that's dispatched, there will be an after-hours charge of $85 added to their bill.
All right. Questions, council?
Robbie, we've already been charging this amount, you're saying, and this is just some verbiage change in here, or verbiage addition to this ordinance?
It's just it's just a cleanup item. Yes, ma'am.
I thought so. Thank you, just for clarification. Thank you.
Move to approve item 5 as presented.
Have a motion, do I have a second? I have a second. Any further question? Call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. Thank you. Next item, consider amendments to the Rockport Code of Ordinances, Chapter 66, Section 66-70, Sex Offender Residency Restrictions. Chief?
Mayor, Council, thank you. So we found a discrepancy in our city ordinances that did not match with Chapter 62 of the Code of Criminal Procedure with the definitions of what the state has as a residence for a registered sex offender. We had our ordinance as a 14-day period before they had to register. State law requires anything above 7 days. So we amended our ordinance to be consistent with state law. We removed the definitions of temporary residence and permanent residence and just made one definition of residence, which is also consistent with the Code of Criminal Procedure. Some minor changes that we did make to the ordinance is just changing the definition of the Texas Department of Public Safety Sex Offender Database, which is actually called the Texas Offender Registry, maintained by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Beyond that, we took out all mentions of permanent and temporary residence in the ordinance and just left it as residence. And it is a 7-day, anything above 7 days requires registration.
Council?
I move to approve item 6 as presented.
I have a motion, that's second. I do have a second. Any further question? If not, we'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. Item number 7, consider approval of Resolution 2026-26R, appointing and reappointing members of the Planning and Zoning Commission, providing for terms of office and providing for an effective date. Yes, ma'am.
This is actually Matt's item now,
Okay.
so.
All right.
Oh, Mr.
Matt
sorry,
Anderson,
Councilmember
our
Anderson.
councilman from Ward number 2, is the liaison member to the Planning and Zoning Commission. And so we handed him all the paperwork, said, here, take care of this. And he has done that and has reported for us.
We had an opportunity over the last couple of days to speak to the members of the Planning and Zoning Board. Several of them wish to be renamed and re-added to that. And we're also going to be adding a couple of new folks to fill vacant positions. And this is my first time doing this, so am I supposed to provide Shelley like a written report, or?
Now, what you can do is tell us what you recommend as for the people in the place that they would be in there, and we will vote on those people. Something's not right somewhere. All right.
Let me get my list for you.
While he's getting those sorted around, we have had over the years discussions with different people in different wards, because it seemed like sometimes we had a predominance of people from 1 or 2 wards that were filling places on the Planning and Zoning Commission. And that was a little strange, and we had applicants from each of the wards this time, so we were trying to get as many from each of the wards as possible on there, so that at least every ward has somebody.
recommendation, Ruth Davis is asking to be assigned to that and is willing to serve another term. Josh Dowling as well. Kim Hesley is also going to be on there. Warren Hassinger, and then Rocky, is it Goodham? Am I pronouncing that properly?
You got me.
And the two vacant positions, I've got the folks that were interviewing for that, but I still need to get a verification from them. So I've got these folks.
Rick Moore.
Yeah, and now Rick Moore is gonna be, he's doing this one, the at-large one.
Yeah.
And then I still have to speak with this person here to confirm that they're gonna be available. But, can I give you these, the ones that I have talked to?
We'll take that as the appointees
Okay.
today because that'll get some quorums.
Yeah, that'll give you your quorum, and then I've got to confirm the last vacant spot, which would be covering Ward 4.
Council, you heard those names. You have any others you want to submit or any opposition to any of those people? If not, I'll ask for a motion.
Move to, what agenda item was that?
7, I think.
7, yeah.
Move to approve item 7 with the names, with the place 1, Ruth Davis, place 2, Josh Dowling, place 3, Kim Hesley, place 4, Warren Hassinger, place 5, Rocky Guillaume, and then place 6, Rick Moore.
All right, I have a motion to have a second.
I'll second.
I have 2 seconds. That takes care of that. Any further question or debate? If not, we'll call for a vote. Ward 1.
Aye.
Ward 2.
Aye.
Ward 3.
Aye.
Ward 4.
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. Thank you if you're here for taking that spot. Kind of like being on the council. Somebody will be unhappy with something you did sometimes. So anyway, good luck with all that. We're proud to have you. Item number 8, consider approval of resolution 2026-28R, requesting financial assistance from the Texas Water Development Board, authorizing the filing of an application for assistance in making certain findings in connection therewith. This resolution authorizes the submission of an application to the Texas Water Development Board Water Supply Environments Grant Program for water system improvements and authorizing signatory authority delegation for related components of the TWDB-WSIG program. That's a mouthful. Kimberly.
Yes, Mayor, Council, thank you. We're bringing this before you to apply for this. It's due the end of this week. And we are, at this time, appointing the city manager as the signatory authority. We are utilizing GrantWorks and Pape Dawson to assist us in filling out the application. And then from there, we proceed. The total that we can apply for is up to $21 million. We've picked 7 of our impact fee study projects to apply for, and any questions for regarding projects or anything?
Yeah, some of those projects that were identified in the impact fee study by Freeze and Nichols was some pressure areas that needed up north. So we're going to be attacking those if we're awarded the grant or if we get to apply for it. And then dead end flushing, we can eliminate some of those by looping in the lines. We're going to extend water lines where there isn't service, mostly to accomplish the looping in, but it's going to open up some more development and some of our folks that don't have water. I think it's touching about 90 properties right now. That's not saying 90 just individual meters, but some of them are big acreage. So there's some potential out there. It's kind of a looped in, we're trying to hit a lot of it, you know what I mean? Pressure, people that don't have water, and it's just overall water quality.
Questions, council?
Ryan, is there any matching involved in this?
No, zero match.
That's the rumor I heard. That's good news. Well,
This was the $1 billion that was sent down, so I think we have a good chance to get some of this money. So I think it's worthwhile to us applying.
good.
All right.
Is this, is the WSIG, is it income based? What is like a mid-mod grant, anything like that? No?
No, sir.
Yeah, I didn't see
No, there was-
in the grant application, we didn't run across any of the low to moderate or anything
Yeah,
like
low-
that.
low mod, sorry.
I think it's more,
Their water preservation.
you know, water preservation and like new water projects, there's a whole bunch of different things that they look at. One of them is, you know, waste of water, so looping in lines of that, you know, so we don't have to flush.
Don't have to flush.
Is a big deal.
Mayor, I move to approve item 8 as presented.
I have a motion, to have a second.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further question? Excuse me. Now we'll call for vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. Item number 9, consider approval of resolution number 2026-29R, approving agreement with Barcom for additional information technology services for the City of Rockport. Ms. Henry.
Mayor, Council, again, thank you. This resolution is approving an additional contract with Barcom. If you recall, a few months, 2 months ago, we started an expansion of our IT to help us with 24-hour, 7-day-a-week coverage. And that did 66 of our touch bases. We want to now include the Public Safety Center, which would increase us up to 105 workstations, and give us some better coverage of the people that are actually 24 hours, 7 days a week coverage. So, this is an increase in the budget, but it is still within the budgeted funds for that department. So it is, we were using those savings from, removing a position in that department.
Okay. Questions, council?
I make a motion to approve agenda item number 9.
I have a motion. Have a
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further question? We'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. Item number 10, consider a request to rezone property located at 1222 Highway 35 South, also known as Forrest Oaks, Block 1, Lot 1 and 2, acres for 21.519, City of Rockport, Aransas County, Texas, to a planned unit development overlay currently zoned B1 General Business with a conditional use permit for an RV park. Staff report, Amanda.
Hello, Mayor and Council. So the item we have before you is a zoning request for a planned unit development. The property is currently known as Ancient Oaks, but it would be turned into the Breakers. That would be the new development name. It currently has a conditional use permit to operate as an RV park, but the owners would like to change that into fee simple lots for sale. But per our subdivision regulations, any lots to be sold need to be platted. And there's not a zoning district that we have in place right now that would allow lots that small. So the option that is being presented before you is to change that into a planned unit development that allows the developer to kind of dictate the certain terms of the zoning district on how small the lots are, the setbacks and whatnot. So, park amenities would still be owned and maintained by the RV park owner. They would just sell off, the lots. They plan on adding 83 RV spaces to the 92 that are already there, and they're also going to plat 3 single-family residential lots as well. It's pretty similar to other land uses that it's adjacent to. It's adjacent, of course, as we know, to Business Highway 35 South. Also adjacent to other general business as well as single-family residential. And the future land use map does show this property to be a commercial land use, so it would stay within that. As for notice requirements, we published the public notice in the Corpus Christi Caller Times on July 9th, and we sent out 48 public notices to adjacent property owners, and we did not receive any comments either for or against written wise. We did have a couple of comments at the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting last night, but there wasn't really anything in opposition, and Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval of this item.
Okay, thank you. Is the applicant present? If he is, if he or she is, there's an applicant.
evening, Mayor and Council. Brandi Karl, the engineer on the project, that the owner has representation too, if y'all have any questions for the owner. Amanda did a great summary of the project. Can't think of much to add, other than, the existing part of the RV park, by doing this process of platting the lots, we're able to upgrade a lot of those existing pads to comply with the city's RV ordinance, which some of those currently do not comply. So we're gonna take out a whole row that are placed really close together and then spread them out, make bigger lots. And then also add fire protection throughout the project, loop the city water line with fire hydrants. The existing part of the park, which is the south half, will pretty much remain served as it is with this sewer, water, and electrical. The expansion part of it to the north, which we're calling Phase 2, will be all new concrete streets, and all brand-new utilities that we'll bring in from King Street. Instead of using the old infrastructure that's there, we're gonna bring in all brand-new utilities from the north. I think that's about it, but I guess after the public hearing, I'll be free to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay, appreciate it, thank you. This is the time that public that is here present, if anyone wishes to address this particular project that's gonna go on, you are welcome to do so. You'll have to come up here to the podium and give us your name. You don't have to give your address or phone number, any of that stuff, but let us know who you are. Does anybody wish to address the council on this particular project? If not, then we'll close the public hearing, which didn't last long. Consider a recommendation for approval or denial of the request of property located at 1222 Highway 35 South. Council, what's your pleasure?
From what I've discovered in the research on this, basically, we're just gonna, it's gonna remain an RV park. It's currently as an RV park, but we're just gonna allow them to actually sell the lots there, and what have you, rather than rent them, which is what I guess they're doing now. So the use of this property is not gonna change anything. Correctly, we're just cleaning up some paperwork and what have you for it. In the future, if way down the road, if this property was to change hands, does the PUD expire, or someone else, if they want to have a different use there and not have it be an RV park anymore, would they still be able to use the PUD and have single-family homes with tiny little lots or anything like that, or is it
Yes.
sunset like a CUP does?
So zoning will go with the land, not the property owner, so it'll remain a PUD.
Okay.
Any other questions? What's your pleasure?
I just want to comment. I just want to say thank you, how you did a new structure in the packet and how you put out what you guys had concerns with, how you addressed it, how all these things were going on behind the scenes. And I just want to say thank you. I really like that. It gave a lot more information, and I'd have to go back and try to research and look for it and try to ask 1,000 questions where you guys are still trying to work. So I just want to say thank you for the new way you're putting that out in the packet. So I do appreciate that.
I'll make sure we keep doing that then.
Okay, the question is, approve or deny?
I also just want to
Yeah.
note that I did also include the ordinance for this particular item within the agenda packet, so it does have to go by ordinance.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve agenda number 10.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further question? Not, we'll call for vote. Ward 1.
Aye.
Ward 2.
Aye.
Ward 3.
Aye.
Ward 4.
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. Thank you. Item number 11, consider request to rezone property located at 1819 through 1833 South Ann Street, also known as Manning Block 411, lots 5 through 12, 14 through 21, of 0.419 acres of right-of-way and railroad right-of-way 720 Mathis Street, also known as Manning. It's Railroad Reserve, I'm sorry. Got a line ahead of myself. 13.519 acres, manning specifically including 150 by 85 RR residential adjacent to abstract number 92, J. Kettle Survey, City of Rockport, Aransas County, Texas, to a planned unit development overlay, currently zoned R2, second family dwelling district. I have got one person wanted to address this issue when it was called, and so I'm going to let her talk, then we'll get to you. Leslie Stanahan.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me speak. Basically, as you probably already know, the planning and zoning recommended denial of this PUD change. And we just wanted to voice a few concerns that we had around it, which was, number one, lot size. Most of the lots in South Rockport are 5,000 square feet-ish. This would have a lot smaller, a lot more dense kind of, layout. And so that's the first one. It doesn't really stay within the aesthetics of the area and probably what you have planned for future for South Rockport. Second one is the drainage. That's the biggest concern that I have, especially because I live right next to it. And if their detention pond overflows, it goes right into my neighbor's house and, excuse me, and mine. Back on June 16th, when it rained really hard, my street flooded. So if we put any more concrete in that whole area over there that absorbs water right now, it doesn't have anywhere to go. So that's the biggest concern. I want to make sure that if anything does move forward here, that there's a lot of care taken in making sure that that detention pond is big enough and doesn't allow for that overflow. The other thing I was thinking about was they talked about affordable housing is what he wanted to put in there, which sounds great, but I don't know how that's really possible just based on the fact that there's probably going to be an HOA. And there'll also be even higher insurance rates for that area, just going by my own experience, than most people are used to paying, because it is in a floodplain, heavy-duty floodplain. One of the things we also had was a question, I don't know if you can answer it, but does Ann Street have a city right-of-way? Because it's in the middle of it. So I wasn't sure if that had been taken care of already.
Okay. I appreciate it.
So, thank you.
Thank you. Staff report.
Okay, hello again, and I apologize for that lengthy legal description. It's not been formally platted yet, so that's why it's so complicated. So this is another plan unit development request before you. The developer is South Holdings, also known as Stuart Lynn. He is the developer on this project. He actually came before y'all in January requesting a zoning change to R2, but he's reworking his subdivision to include a variety of lots that are smaller than the prescribed lot sizes and whatnot out of an R2. So that's why he's going with a plan unit development request. He wants to make smaller lots that are less than 50 feet. He wants to do a 45-foot lot size, or lot width rather. And then he would have a variety of lots from 2,500 to 6,700 square feet. So R2 requires 5,000 square foot lots and 50-foot lot widths. So that's why it doesn't conform to that particular zoning district. It is surrounded by like land uses. There are other single-family residential as well as a multifamily dwelling district zone adjacent to this property. And the future land use map does show this property to be a multifamily residential use, but it's still within a residential use. I'll let you know about the notices before I get into the comments that were made at last night's Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. We did publish the public hearing notice in the Corpus Christi Caller-Times on July 9th, and we also sent out 51 public notices to the adjacent property owners. We did not have any comments until really yesterday at the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, and there were a number of concerned citizens that were adjacent to the property. Within the mailing radius, there is about 10 property, or I'll say 6 property owners representing 9 adjacent properties within that mailing radius of the 200-foot. So, and then we had about 19 comments in total, and the majority of them, if not all of them, were in opposition of this. There were also some concerns that staff had about the submittal. Some of those things being the name of the subdivision, but also items that were not included in the submittal, like street names and that sort of thing. So staff felt it was incomplete anyway. So planning and zoning determined that they would recommend denial. So that is basically the summary of everything on this particular request.
All right, thank you. Is the applicant present? If so, does he want to talk to us? If not, we'll conduct a public hearing, which will start right now. Does anyone in the audience wish to address this particular matter for 3 minutes or less? Just come right ahead. Got one right here. You'll be next. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Just give us your name and you got 3 minutes.
All right, great. My name is Mary Lesser.
Thank you.
So just a little bit going back to yesterday, planning and zoning, it was apparent that PUD gives carte blanche to build anything anywhere if we put anything under the PUD development. There's no category in Rockport between what we have now and limitations we can build on. So if you did a high-density zoning, other than a PUD zoning, that would be totally different. And we discussed yesterday at planning and zoning. This is a high-density housing facility, for lack of a better word. Problems with high density include quality of life, little green space, increased traffic, and increased demand on infrastructure. A couple problems we see is traffic, drainage, and I don't know how many of you all live in South Rockport, but we have a really big golf cart problem. They go from over where this property is, which is 45 miles an hour, all the way through to the 35, and I can just see, oh yay, we get a golf cart, now we get to have fun and play Port A. So we also have a lot of people in the area who've lived there for many, many years, and it's aesthetically not pleasing to our homes. A lot of us bought our homes because of Rockport, because of the small town feel, not to have this move in next to us. So, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir. Right.
My name is Arnold Castille or Arnold Castille. I have properties 200 feet from this development area. I live on South Church Street, right, very near to the American Legion. The development area did not consider, though there are lots behind Church Street, which my lots, the address, the physical address is South Pearl Street. My lots are 1612 South Pearl Street and 1616 South Pearl Street. The development has, that yesterday on the drawings had no consideration for a ditch that is in between Church and Pearl and the lots that are there. If they build something there, they're gonna block those lots and we have no access to no street or electricity. We would have to get it ourselves, and there is no sewage there anyway. We're all on what do you call it? Septic. So it's as it is right now. But my problem is that my lots will be blocked in. There's no access from Church, and Pearl stops right before you get to that area. So they'll block me in, those lots will have nothing to do with those lots. And to go beyond my property as it is, I will have to either buy or somehow get access to an easement that is in between my Church Street and the Pearl Street lots that I have. If I can get that little easement free because I take care of it, it would be great. But anyway, that's my problem. My lots will be blocked in, no access to street, no access to nothing.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Anyone else? Yeah, I've got one coming from the back. Go ahead.
Kim
Hesley, and as a member of Planning and Zoning, I wanted to clarify and kind of reiterate my opposition to this and where I saw the problems. Since this is it would be proposed as very high density, and we do not have currently a zoning category for high density. And I felt like this PUD tool was being used to create high density. That's an inappropriate use. If the citizens of the City of Rockport decide that they want high density zoning to be allowed in certain areas, that's a category we need to create. And then we need to put that before the citizens. So that was my biggest concern in opposition to this.
Thank you. Appreciate it. There were a couple, yes, sir, come right ahead.
Yes, sir, my name is Joe Garcia, I live at 1805 South Pearl Street. The area that the gentleman was talking about that's blocked off, that's where my house ends. I had surveyors out there about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and they were marking the place down, so I knew something was coming up. When I asked him what was gonna be happening there, he told me that there was gonna be a road that was gonna be going right through there. Now, that would be right on my property. So, I mean, we have a little problem there, and that's a big concern of mine, simply because I do have dogs, and my wife doesn't like a whole lot of noise. And that, if that's a through area, being right next to my house, I don't think it's gonna be very feasible for us. And I've been there since I was born in 1951, and my dad bought that property in 1950.
Okay.
So we've been there a very long time.
Okay, sure.
Not expecting this kind of stuff to come up. Last but not least, if I can make a recommendation, I know since the Rockport pilot left us, mail outs and stuff like that is great. I got my mail out for this meeting last night for the zoning commission Thursday.
Okay.
That didn't give me much time to prep.
Okay.
So I would just recommend that maybe the letters go out to the people that are gonna be affected, maybe probably before the post.
Okay.
Because it's coming out of Corpus Christi Caller Times, and I don't get the paper. So maybe that's the reason I didn't know.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My name is John Culp, and eventually, and hopefully the next few months, I'll be Joe and Leslie's neighbor. We have the house that's under construction on, technically it's South Church, but our property adjoins and goes all the way to South Pearl.
Okay.
And so we're very aware of the water issue and the drainage issues that we're having, and additional neighborhoods. I mean, I've got pictures of things of the flooding that happens with the rains. That's why we built our property up to mitigate that, right? Additionally, we're just worried about the traffic changes and what's gonna happen with the rest of the property. So we just wanna stand with the rest of our neighbors and say, we're not wanting this. We understand that the town and the community needs development, but this is not the right one.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Anyone else? If not, we'll close the public hearing at 5:41. Council, what's your pleasure? You've heard from the staff and the public.
My question's maybe for Amanda. If we were to deny this particular request, that doesn't permanently close the door for the property owner. He could get these questions answered and maybe come up with a different plan or something. But if we were to vote to deny this particular request, that closes this one, but allows the property owner to come up with another plan or something, correct?
Right.
I just want to clarify that for folks here. You know, people are, they own property, they need to be able to do something with it. Whether this is the right project and what have you, these folks here will decide. But thank you for that. I want to make sure I was understanding that right.
Amanda, when we approved the R2, we had a conceptual plan that we were basing that R2 zoning off of. And I don't recall much opposition to that. Yeah, are we, in the new, did we do a pre-development plan on this one?
Mhm.
And when he was coming with the PUD, was the only reason for higher density?
Yeah, he just wants smaller lots, than, again, what was prescribed in R2. He'd have to have, if he was just sticking with R2, it'd be 50-foot lot widths, 5,000 square foot lots. So he wanted to do smaller lots than that, and therefore, planned unit development would be the best option for him to
And
achieve
R2
that.
zoning does fit in with the surrounding areas. There is other areas that are R2 zoned in that area. The 5,000
sir.
square foot lots would not be,
It's
not-
compatible,
yeah,
I
it would
guess,
be,
with
it'd be a better
existing.
fit for
Mhm.
the surrounding area.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
I'll make a motion to deny this request for the PUD.
I will second that.
Have a motion and a second. Any further question? We'll call for vote. Ward 1,
Aye.
Ward 2,
Aye.
Ward 3,
Aye.
Ward 4.
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It is unanimous. It is denied. Presentation from the city manager's monthly update.
Mayor and council, as usual, my full report's online, so you can check it out there, the public can check it out there. Each department puts in a lot of useful information, and, I'm grateful to them for that. Outside of that, I don't have anything other than I will be gone for the next week, so I will see y'all next Wednesday. I'll have my phone.
Gonna move the kids out of the
I'm
house.
moving 2 kids to Wyoming, so, we'll see. When I said they were moving out, I meant it. So I'll be out for the next week. I will be answering emails and calls, but, for the most part, Mr. Picarazzi will be in charge. So if it all goes horribly wrong, blame him.
There's gonna be a party somewhere in the city. All right, reports from council, Ward 1.
So, I do have something to announce. After a lot of consideration, I do have to formally resign from my position effective after today's meeting. Decision comes after taking a career opportunity that would have required me to relocate. So just want to thank all citizens, city staff, council. It's been an amazing opportunity, and I appreciate the time that I've spent with you all.
Thank you. We'll miss your smiling face, like I told
Thank
you
you.
earlier. All right, Ward 2.
Got a couple of things. First of all, I'm still you guys have heard this before, I'm still the newest person here on council. And I've sat in this chair beside Councilwoman Rangel, and I just want to say thank you. You have helped me as I learn and try to do the best I can sitting in this chair. We wish you well with the career opportunities, all the great things going on, but just thank you for me for the assistance and helping me do a good job for Ward 2. We wish you well. I had my first real talk with my folks in Ward 2 the other night. I just want to thank everyone that arrived, and also several city staff members that came along to make sure that my facts were straight and I could answer questions and what have you. The Chiefs team was there, as well as other staff members. It went well. I think we had about 16, 18 folks show up, and just appreciate that for the folks in Ward 2, and looking forward to the next one. That's all.
Ward 3.
First off, Stephanie, thank you so much for your time on council. We're gonna miss you. It's been fun. Maybe you'll learn how to play golf in Houston, but I don't know.
I drove that golf cart, but I used to know how to play.
No, whatever. And I guess you gotta take Simon with you too, huh?
It's still up.
No, we're gonna miss you, and thank you so much for your time and support to the city of Rockport, Ward 1. We're gonna miss you. I attended the City of Rockport employees picnic that we had on Friday night. Pretty well attended by staff. It was a good time. Just a little get together for staff, and I want to say thank you to staff for those that put that on, and all those that attended. It was a good time. Some good a way to get outside of the business environment and relax and have some good talks with staff and friends and family. So, staff, thank y'all for that. Other than that, that's all I have.
Ward 4.
Let me go again. Thank you, Stephanie, for all your hard work and just your mind. And, you gave a lot of good inputs, and you just had, your own knowledge that was really welcomed here. And so we will miss you. We're happy to see you get the opportunities that you deserve. And, all we can do is wish you the best of luck, and you will be missed. And the other thing is I attended, actually I was part of the Children's Coalition Fashion Show today. That went well. We were honoring Diane Neeson, who she, made that happen here and made it grow. And she's, stepping down, and it's just leaving it in good hands. And so it's a very good cause for here in Aransas County. So that's about it.
I also would like to say thank you so much. It's been very obvious while you were on the council that you cared a whole lot about the people in your ward, and you cared about meeting with them and talking to them and protecting their place where they live and take care of issues that might come up in their area. And I appreciate having you. I will miss you. I appreciate the work you did at the emergency place out there. I was a visitor there 3 or 4 times over the years, and everybody took care of me really well. But anyway, we'll miss you. If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Oh, would you like to do, hold on.
Scratch that out.
Yeah, it's good. Go ahead.
Yes,
Make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. We are adjourned at 5:48.
I almost took it from you.
I didn't give it to you the last time.